All right. Good morning, everyone. Dan here with Tradingology's Trading Room on our first one for April 2nd. Hope you all are doing well. We're not limit up and we're not limit down. Imagine that. Good morning, Anurag. Good to see you. All right, good crowd. Andre, Curtis, Greg, Jeff, Ken, Mark, Ron, Steve. I can't name y'all fast enough. Good to see y'all. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, everybody.
We got a full house packing in today.
Awesome. I mean, geez, I don't even know where to start. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Steven. Good morning, Greg. How you guys doing? There we go. I have to remove the black tape from my camera.
There's Dave.
I just got off the phone with a real estate broker in Florida who has seen zero business. He's got a couple of closings, but he has nothing lined up. Interestingly enough, mortgage brokers and mortgage lending companies don't want to do any loans.
Wonder why?
Probably because all of the defaults that they see coming with all these people out of work.
Yeah, between that and bad interest rates on top of it.
Yeah. So anyway, we had a long conversation. I just got off the phone with him. It's tough. It is very, very tough. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning, Shikar. Greg, good morning.
Consider essential and still working. Greg's still working. Don't you like that? You know, I was having that discussion with a friend of ours where it was like, yeah, so everybody's essential to someone else. So where do you draw that line?
Yeah. By the way, this person I talked to had applied for that emergency IDL from the SBA that you're supposed to be able to get $10,000 like within the same day or a couple of days. He applied for it, and he hasn't heard a word in like 4 or 5 days now. He didn't even get a confirmation of his submission.
Jeez.
So that's not good.
Yeah, they were definitely not prepared to ingest all of those, it sounds like.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're getting flooded, but not even a confirmation email.
Right.
That's disturbing. Yep.
400 on the waiting list. Wow.
What's that?
Steven was just saying he's got the same thing from a friend of his. He called me. He's over 400 on the waiting list.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And if you didn't see, the jobless report came out this morning, another 6.6 million adjusted.
Yep. And we're going to hit, we'll probably hit a week where we get about 10. So I think we're going to go to another 3 next week. We'll have 10 million in like 3 weeks.
Right.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. I mean, nobody can go out. I mean, Florida's on lockdown now.
Yeah, they were late to the game, weren't they?
They were, and especially Florida. They have, I believe, and I would suspect that this is true, is that they have a relatively older age population on average.
Right.
They should have gone to lockdown almost immediately.
Yeah, they should have erred on the side of caution and not waiting longer, in my opinion, as well. I did see some notes from people saying, yeah, we know it's summer and we know it's, some people were, it was spring break time a few weeks ago and it started, they're like, don't come here. We're like, well, maybe you got locked down too. You're telling us to stay out. Why don't you stay in?
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we were up 400 points on the Dow this morning. Before the open, we got those numbers, 6 million unemployment claims, and we went negative for a while. We're down 100 points, but it looks like we're starting to pop a little bit positive here.
Yeah, I've got the indexes up on this one just to show a similar but different view of the diamonds, the SPY, the Qs, and the IWM for the Russell. And yeah, absolutely. Those reports came out and it went downhill in a hurry. We'll scroll back just a little bit on the diamonds there so we see the Dow drop. And the futures correlated right with it, obviously.
Yeah, and once again, we've got internals that are pretty neutral, so it could go either way.
Yeah, look at
this bouncy day.
We've crossed the zero line a couple times already here.
Yeah,
it doesn't know where to go, but yesterday was completely buried as we saw the near 1,000-point loss again, right? So we're back to almost quadruple digits. People that think we're out of this are in for an awakening. We know we're not out of the woods anywhere near it.
Right. Yeah, and on the market timer spreadsheet for you guys who aren't in the real-time update service, we had a negative. We went negative on the, oh, there you are. Beautiful. You have it all queued up. Yeah, we went negative on the long-term signal. And even the difference between the 200 and the 100 long-term signal on that is negative as well, and it dropped below the standard kind of long-term signal. So we're even more negative than that. Yeah.
Fresh herding, flows.
Bearish herding. The important thing to me, if we're going to stay in this negative and declining pattern, is the AVS, the average volume per share. As long as that stays above that 2,000 level, we are, that's actually 2 million average per share, but that level right there is the most critical. You look at any time frame in the past, you talk about 2010, 2015, 2018 before Christmas there, we had that 3,000 point decline. All of those, and going back to 2008, 2009, that was the most important indicator. When that starts dropping down below that 2,000 level for like a week or two, then we're probably out of the woods. But as long as it stays high like that, we're going to continue to go lower. That was the most important kind of data point in the spreadsheet. And so that's something I'm really going to keep an eye on.
Yeah, interestingly enough, there you see when the one day it dropped below the 2,000 was the day that we had a positive day there.
Yeah, but it's still as long as it's above 1.5 million and it's highlighted, that's still that, you know, so it's highlighted anything above 1.5 million.
So there's the comparison as I scroll back under 1,500.
Yep. Yeah, and if you go back to October, November, December of 2018, you don't have to do it now if you don't want to.
Right.
But it's there. Yeah, I mean, it's the most common final data point. And the thing about the spreadsheet, which I've been trying to tell people about for years, is the last couple of years anyway, is that the numbers don't lie. You know, they just don't lie. You can have Mnuchin going on TV, you can have Trump going on TV, you can have all these guys talking about how they're going to support the economy and they're going to do whatever they can. But these numbers don't lie as far as supply and demand in the market. Who's buying? You know, are people buying or are they selling? And it's going to show up in the bearish herding, the balance of power. It's going to show up in the average volume per share, and it's going to show up in the pipeline. I mean, look at the pipeline. The pipeline dropped down when we had a couple of days that were rallied down to 49% on the third column, and now it's at 134%. Obviously, the selling has accelerated dramatically.
That is a ridiculous turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, you compare that to other things where it's went from one to the other, and it's usually, 10, 20, 30, not 150-point swings.
Yeah, it usually rises fairly gradually over time or reduces gradually over time. But those sharp advances there, I mean, just, 49 to 134% in 2 days.
Wow.
A lot of people, I was surprised, a lot of people were selling. If you go all the way over to the left side of that column, to the spreadsheet, you can see like the up volume and declining volume is so dramatically different. In fact, the up volume was the lowest.
200.
Yeah, only 200 advancing issues yesterday. And the up volume is the lowest. I mean, you can scroll up, even the 16th where we dropped like that. What was that day we dropped 2,000 points? I was down to 70. So that was the lowest so far.
70, yeah, there's a 70.
2,000.
There's a couple 2,000 days there.
Yeah. So it still remains extremely low. I don't know, guys. I think that 1929, 1932 playbook is still in effect. We're not going to hit a bottom here, at least in my opinion, based on the analysis I've done. We're not going to hit a bottom until we hit that 16,000 level on the Dow cash index, and then we'll probably get a bounce. But I wouldn't trust any of these rallies.
Yeah, I put up the note in the trading room channel, or excuse me, the Tradingology channel. Oh, yesterday was a perfect example. I'll pull over that picture here. Of when we see those rallies and what happens. The entire day we had nothing but negative on the balance of power and the BOP curve. As this price was rising, it finally caught up into the Renko cloud there, and it just dropped. So that's the perfect example of that bearish rally, that you can't trust that. That's what we were talking about in the chat.
Right.
Because while that was happening, we saw the negatives, or the internals, just buried negative.
Yeah.
So this was yesterday. This is the true trend day, so that's why you're looking at selling a rally when it happens, and that's what that exactly looks like.
Exactly.
Textbook.
Absolutely.
So if you're not in the Slack channel yet, get in there. Tradingology members.
Absolutely.
The link, free join link is in there, and people are also watching Dave's real-time update service, and he's obviously updating those in his positions for your shorts there.
Yep.
Without giving everything away.
Now look at the IWM and the QQQ hitting that solid line up there. What's that line at the top, the dotted dashed?
This one here, the pink
the
one?
dash line. I'm sorry, the
dash line is the 200 EMA.
Ah, look at that.
Amazing how strong these are.
Nailed them.
Yep. So this is the evolution that I'm bringing to all the knowledge Dave has given me over the years, is applying these moving averages into all the other indicators, because they make a lot of sense. You're welcome, Greg. Glad you're in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steven says, unfortunately, the true trend major movement mostly happens over. Yeah, that's the one thing you have to watch for. But
So
just like yesterday, like we saw, right, is we were way down at the open, then it rallied, and then it came right back down. So if you're watching, you know that you're not going to trust that rally, and there are shorting opportunities in there just to get quickly in and out. Absolutely.
That's not going to happen all the time. I think as this progresses, we'll still have some good opportunities in there. Andre says, I thought you guys said the real-time update service was not happening anymore. No, it's still there. No, the real-time update service is, it just moved. It went from for the strong market real-time update service, it moved from the old River to Slack now. So just look in your account and in the portal, and you'll see the access there.
Are you thinking of the TSA, Andre, maybe?
Maybe the TSA you're thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, the trade setup alerts for the vol ARB strategies on pause right now because of the volatility, and the probabilities have dropped to what they normally are. So we're not doing the trade setup alerts for the vol ARB currently. That might be what you're thinking of. And yes, there's absolutely a phone app for Slack. You bet. Thanks, Greg.
Yep, Stephen, that's right. There is a Slack smartphone app, and it'll alert you if you have your vibrate on or something like that. If you turn on the volume, it'll alert you when there's an update.
Yeah, you can choose to get notified or not in the Slack channels. You bet. All right. Well, we're glad we cleared it up for you. Got to make sure you're getting all the good information, Andre.
Yep, absolutely. Good. Yeah, I mean, especially in these times, you really want to kind of keep up to date here. And so now the market's up 142. Dow futures up. ES is up. Don't trust it.
Yes, you can be in both. So there's two different spaces. There's a Tradingology space and there's a real-time update space from the strong market and Dave over there. So yep, you can load both. You can be in them at the same time. You got it.
Yep, absolutely. You can just switch back and forth and get notifications on both because they're both on Slack, which is nice.
All right. How about you guys? Anybody successful, unsuccessful? Anything you want to share for our recent trades?
What are you guys doing? Take a look at UPro for a second. Somebody had recommended on a YouTube channel that when we get a bounce to invest in UPro. It's kind of like the worst advice ever.
Yeah, I don't want to do any pro shares, any ultra, anything ever.
No, nothing. Look, you can see what I mean. Yeah, UPro is it's either 2x or 3x. I forgot, but I mean, look what happened just recently. I mean, it just got destroyed. That's even, I mean, you cannot invest in these 2x and 3x's for more than they're day trading vehicles. So this is just a PSA for you guys. Do not go into any of these 2x and 3x's overnight or a couple of days, because what they do is they use futures contracts in order to get those 2x and 3x returns on a daily basis. The 2x and 3x only means that they can match or double or triple the returns on a daily basis. They use futures contracts in order to do that. And with the contango in a futures contract, you're going to end up losing value over time. So you have to be very, very careful about holding any of these 3x on the long side over a period of time. I think they're much better vehicles on the long ones to short them if you can. Some of them don't have a lot of shares available to borrow, but look at that. I mean, it went from almost 80, 85 down to 20.
Down to 15.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. I shorted that actually up towards the top, but I got out when it hit 50.
Yeah, it's like you say, they're an intraday tool. They're not a buy and hold or sell and hold, because you'll get smoked either way.
That's right. Yeah.
That's one that I think I heard someone saying people's investment managers have actually recommended those. And it's like, excuse me?
That is insane.
That should be criminal.
I saw this YouTube guy saying, yeah, when it hits, when it goes lower, I'm going to start buying UPro, go long.
Wow. That guy shouldn't last too long.
No, that's crazy. Greg, looking forward to Dan's new masterclass and setup. So am I. Absolutely.
Yep, day 4 recording. Excuse me. Happened nice and early this morning, so I was happy to not have to worry about it interrupting the trading room.
Good.
Awesome. That's the thing that's nice about it. If it's a way for you guys or anyone that's looking for, before you start working from home or before you start going back to work, when you're able to leave your house again, you can do it pre-market. These trades I've been doing have all been pre-market so far. Just nice. A little hint. I think you're going to like it. I got one more coming tomorrow, then I'll put a bow on it over the weekend and schedule for release for next week.
Beautiful.
So for those that haven't known yet, I've got a few emails about it. It is going to be part of anyone that's a Premium Plus member. So anyone that's Elite member, Premium Plus, that anybody that has the volatility arbitrage, you're already going to get this. It's included, no extra cost. Anyone that's a new member, you'll be able to sign up and you'll have access to everything, including that and going backwards. So we're going to try and get this to as many people as possible.
Beautiful.
Did you catch the Garth Brooks concert? We have all these good free concerts now. Since we're all cooped up at home.
I forgot about that last night on the Verizon thing. Yeah, I forgot all about it. I love Dave Matthews last Thursday. That was awesome.
Yeah, Garth and Trish actually did CBS. They were on regular TV for an hour
Oh, wow.
the next week. So if you guys are country fans, they're doing. So I listen to just about everything. I listen to country. I listen to old stuff, 80s, you name it, hard rock sometimes. I'm across the board. Next week they're doing a huge. There's probably 50 people I've seen on the commercials where they're doing like this concert from home with like 50 to 100 different country singers.
Oh, really? Wow. That's amazing. Yeah,
You're
I think
welcome, Greg.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, complete reversal of that candle. It just,
Wow.
it's just so much fun to watch, you know.
Right?
Bearish engulfing. Talk about bearish engulfing. If
Exactly.
they close down below that candle, man.
That's textbook.
Yeah, textbook bearish engulfing. All right, guys. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you Tuesday. Tuesday looking good for you?
I think so. I'll let you know if anything changes between now and then, but we should be good to go. And you guys stay safe out there, and appreciate you joining us. We had a nice crowd today, so thank you. And keep your eyes peeled for the new stuff coming out. If you got any questions on how to get it, let me know. Support@tradingology.com as always.
You're very welcome, Ken, Greg, Norg, Andre, Mark, Shikar, Andre again. Yeah, all you guys, appreciate all you guys coming. I really do. It makes it, it makes it a lot more fun for both of me and Dan when more people come out. So don't forget us in your daily routine, especially if you guys are home now. I mean, there's no excuse for you not to plug into this this live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
Yeah, jump on those Slack channels, share your ideas. Just keep it rolling. Help each other out. I'll help you as much as I can, but I don't have all the answers either. But we do what we can.
Absolutely. All right, Dan. Have a great weekend.
Take it easy, Dave. Good seeing you.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.